Miss Turner's class. You need help with homework? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you. It's Miss Turner's class. What about if you didn't understand something in class? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we are focusing on Module 3, Lesson 15, and we're going to learn how to solve division problems with a remainder using arrays and area models. In both of these models, you'll notice that the smaller number always tells me how many are in each column. Remember that word column, because we're going to need that later. And the bigger number always tells us the total. Remember that word total, because we're going to need that later. That is the same thing for our area model. Smaller number represents the number in each column. Bigger number tells me how many I should have all together. Now here's the thing, y'all. Column means up and down. Row means left to right. We're going to be focusing on column today. So are we going up and down or left to right? If you said up and down, you're absolutely correct. We're going to be going up and down to show our columns. So here we go. Our first problem, we have 13 divided by 6. Remember, our smaller number represents the number of discs in each column. So how many discs are going to be in each column? Good, 6. And what's my total? Fabulous, 13. So that means we're going to be making columns of 6 until we get to our total of 13. Let's make our first column of 6. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I anywhere near my total of 13? No, so we're going to make another column of 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many discs do I have? Yeah, I have 12. Question, can I make another column of 6? In other words, if I already have 12 discs, will I be able to make another column of 6 if my total is 13? No, I can't make another column of 6. So what am I going to do? Use my screen to help you. I have 12. I need to get to 13. So how many will be left? Good job. 1 will be left over. Remember, a number that's left over is called a remainder. In order to find our quotient, that's another word, you guys. Quotient is just a fancy way of saying answer for division. In order to find our quotient, we need to ask ourselves, how many groups of 6 did we make? Let's go back and check. There's one group of 6. Do you see another group of 6? Me too. There's a second group of 6. How many whole groups of 6 did we make? Fabulous, 2. So 2 is our quotient because it tells us how many groups we made. And what's left over? What's our remainder? Fabulous, 1 is left over. Now we're going to use the same problem on our area model. Same concept, just a different way of solving the problem. So we still have 13 divided by 6. Remember, 6 tells us the number in each column. Now here's the thing, y'all. We don't have discs. In this time we have tiles. So the 6 is going to tell us how many tiles are in each column. Well, remember, columns go up and down. Columns go. That's right, columns go up and down. So let's count one column of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go ahead and draw part of our rectangle. How many more columns of 6 can we make? We're trying to get to our total of 13. Good, we can make one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another column of 6. Can we make one more column of 6? Why not? Yeah, that's right, because that would be too much. Our total, you guys, is 13. Remember, we can't go over our total. So we can only make one rectangle. And how many would be left over? There's 12 tiles here. How many more tiles would I need in order to get to 13? Fabulous, one more tile. So we're going to draw one more tile next to our rectangle. Were we able to show 13 divided by 6 with just one rectangle? Or did we have to include a tile as well? Yeah, we had to include a tile. So we know that we were not able to show 13 divided by 6 with just one rectangle. I know this because blank tiles are left out of the rectangle. How many tiles were left out of the rectangle? Good, just one. Let's try another one. In this problem, we have 19 divided by 6. Remember, our smaller number tells us the number of discs in each column. We're going to go ahead and add that as a note for our 6. And our 19, do you remember what that number 19 tells us? Who can remember what that number 19 tells us? If you said the total, you're absolutely correct. 19 represents our total, you guys. So, how many discs are going to be in each column? Fabulous. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is one column of 6. Can I make another? I most certainly can. Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 columns of 6. How many do I have so far? If you need to, pause the video to count. Yeah, 12. Can I make another group of 6? Yes, I can. Let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do I have? 18. Now remember, our total is 19. Can I make another group of 6? No, I cannot make another group of 6. That would go over the number 19. I have 18. How many more do I need to get 19? Good, one more, so that 1 is my remainder. Now let's find our quotient. Remember, the quotient tells me how many groups I have. There's one group. There's 2 groups. There's 3 groups. So my quotient is 3. And what's my remainder? What did I have left over? Good, 1. Now let's go ahead and do our area model. Same as our array, the smaller number tells me the number in each column. The bigger number tells me the total. So let's go ahead and look at our area model. We should have 6 in each column. Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's 1 column of 6. My total is 19. Can I make another column? Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do I have so far? If you need to, count the tiles. Yeah, 12. Can I make another one? Yeah, I can. Let's go ahead and count another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many is that? Good, 18. Can I make another group of 6? Or a column of 6? No, I can't. So this is going to be my rectangle. And how many would be left over? I have 18. My total is 19. How many tiles will be left out of my rectangle? Good job. 1. Can you show 19 divided by 6 with just one rectangle? No, we can't because we had a remainder. I know this because blank tiles are left out of the rectangle. How many tiles were left out of my rectangle? Good job. 1 tile was left out of my rectangle. Let's try one more. Can you remind me? What does the number 2 tell me? It tells me it's our smaller number. It tells me how many. If you said how many are in each column or the number in each column, you are absolutely correct. It tells me the number in each column. We're going to go ahead and add that note. And what does 25 tell us? It's our bigger number and it tells us if you said the total, you're absolutely correct. It tells us the total, you guys. So we know we're going to be making columns. How many are going to be in each column? Good, 2. And we're going to keep making columns of 2 until we get as close as we can to 25. Well, there's 1 column of 2. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns of 2. How many is that? 4 columns of 2 or 4 groups of 2. Good, we have 8. So we can keep going because we have to go all the way to 25. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. How many columns of 2 do we make? Yeah, 8 columns of 2, which is how many? Yeah, 16, so we can keep going. How many columns do we make? 11, which is how many? How many discs do we have all together? 22. And then how many do we have now? 24. What happens if I make one more column of 2? How many will I have? Yeah, I'll have 26, which is too many. So how many will be left over? I have 24. My total is 25. So how many are not included in that column of 2? Good job, 1. In order to find the quotient, we're going to count the groups. Go ahead and count your groups. How many groups do we have? Good, 12. And how many are left over? What's our remainder? Good job, 1. Now let's do the same thing for our area model. Remember, the 2 represents the number in each column. So, there's our first column. And how many columns did we make again? How many columns of 2 do we make in our array? Yeah, 12. So let's just count 12 columns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, there's our area model. We made 12 columns of 2, which is 24. How many are left over? Good job. 1 is left over. Can you show 25 divided by 2 with just 1 rectangle? No! I know this because blank tiles are left out of the rectangle. How many were left out of the rectangle? Good job. 1. Until next